The Pro Rough Stock Series returns to Bluegrass Country this week. Once again, the top barebacks, saddle bronc, and bull riders have gathered at Alltech Arena in the Kentucky Horse Park for the 2014 Lexington Shootout. Hi everybody, I'm Justin McKee, and joining me is world champion saddle bronc rider Hawkeye Henson and PBR finalist Spud Whitman. And Spud, Lexington has always been an incredible city that really comes out by the droves.
Well, I don't know if you guys got a chance to look out the back window. The line is still stacked up all the way to the interstate, and it's been this way every year in Lexington. They are PRS fans.
Now, Hawkeye, why is it year after year some of the biggest scores of the season are in this building?
Well, it's built for horses. It's long and wide. There's plenty of space. Our dirt surface here is the best there is, I think, because of all the equestrian games they do here. So I think it's going to take a mid-80s to a high 80s to win something here.
All right, the horses love it, the bulls love it, all the cowboys do, fans love it. It's a good combination. Let's get to some of your favorites.
Well, some of my favorites, the bareback riding, I'm going with Eric Wolford, just because I always like Eric Wolford. He's got him a good draw here today. Bull riding, I'm going to go with John Jacobs. Young kid from Timberlake, South Dakota, looks good on bulls.
And McKinnon Wimberly's not here.
McKinnon's not here. He's having a little one.
Yeah, so his wife is having a little one.
Well, he's probably trying to help.
Yeah, he's going to take credit. He's going to take all the credit.
Yeah,
I know that.
He would.
All right, let's get to it. Bareback riding is first. And here are the season leaders so far, with Justin McDaniel and Josie Young in the top two spots, and Wynn Ratliff is trying to come back. Our first rider is Cimarron Gerke out of Brighton, Colorado, on a horse from Birch Rodeo Company called Curtain Call. Now, here's the guy that put his rigging up for 3 years, but the qualification to the American has got him back in the bucket shoes.
Well, it brought him back out. It's brought him to that point where he said, I feel young again. I just want to give it 2-1 and have some fun. And by gosh, that's what he's doing to this Birch horse right here.
It sure looked like it was fun, the kind of horse to get on, too. He got a good spur out, good strong, got started right. I like to watch this guy ride when he rides good, too.
And I like the schedule for the professional rough stock guys who may not be able to go to 70 or 80 rodeos. They can go to about 14, 15 of the pro rough stock events and have a great year.
Well, yeah, I mean, look at the money you can win right here, fly out every weekend, show up, be on TV, and get big scores and get on good horses.
Yeah, get a lot of fans on RFD TV. We know we have some loyal fans out there watching, 81.5. Here's one of your favorites, Eric. I just want to spur some ponies, Wolford, on Beer Pong Player from Birch Rodeo Company.
Well, he got him a beard now, huh? It must have been cold over there. Look at this. Boy, he's got some fast feet.
He sure does. He sure looks good on this horse. This horse is rider friendly, but man, that made him look really good.
I like
it.
Ride.
Let's see what Kelly Timmerman thinks.
Good start. He didn't even hardly had to build his ride. He just started spurring. That's the way he is, all or nothing. Just went out, classic ride. Feet even, was in front of that horse before the horse's front feet hit the ground. 85 points. What a phenomenal ride.
And as you can see, Spud, his toes are really turned out.
Yeah, they're turned out. I guess when you ride that good, you can wear your boots on the wrong feet. It don't matter.
Yeah, you put them on the wrong feet, they're going to turn out a little more. So let's go to Wynn Ratliff. He'll be next, making a comeback after a horrific wreck in Tulsa.
Well, you ain't kidding, Justin. That might have been the worst wreck I've ever seen, the worst hang-up ever in bareback riding history. It's good to see him back. I'm glad to see that he's back and able to get on.
I'm glad to see it, too. I like to watch this guy ride.
He is fourth in the point standing. His middle name is First. First name is Wynn. Wynn, First, Ratliff coming back after a big, long injury sabbatical on clowning around for Birch Rodeo Company.
Whoa, not the best get off there at the end. This way he sets things up. Look, he's short-legged, he's fast with his feet. I tell you what, he looks solid. He looks really solid coming back. Might have been a little weak with that right leg, I thought, but other than that, it was pretty good bareback.
Well, that horse was slow, and boy, you really got to set him harder in a slow horse. Otherwise, it's not going to work.
It's an 80-point ride as we go now to Sean Miner, the IPRA champion from Camden, Ohio. Hell's Canyon from Birch Rodeo Company.
Hey, Chad Birch, Matt Birch, they said this horse is all there right out of there. This is going to be,
whoa, my goodness.
Left turn, Clyde. Whoa.
I can see what they mean. It'd be hard to keep a hold of.
One thing about Sean, you know he's been on a lot of horses like that before. He probably wished he could have rode him better, but the way it went, I thought he rode him good.
Man, I mean, when you turn out of there and you got that Alaman right and then blow back to the left, and now we're circling around there, that's about as good as I imagine you could ride one, unless you made some big old bull moves and act like you was riding a bull.
I guess so.
79 points for Sean Miner. Let's go to our matchup next. It's Justin McDaniel on bragging rights. And Kelly, you got something about this horse.
All right, here we got Justin McDaniels, our world champ. He's got bragging rights. He's got to have a good start with his feet, not get overzealous. This horse is going to have him move about 3 jumps to the right and then stand on his nose. If he makes it through all that stuff, this is going to be a very high score.
Okay, here's the #1 rider from last year and this new season. Bragging rights from Birch Rodeo Company takes a little run. And look how tight he is on that rigging.
Yeah, this is perfect. Oh boy, look at that horse stalling out the end. That's a great bareback ride.
And it is, it really is. This guy, he'll be going for it in 2014.
Right here, we didn't see anything bad. It all looked perfect.
Kelly?
There's the classic design of what we call build and ride, holding his feet for 2 jumps, get that horse started up, get him set up underneath him, and then just aggressive with his feet across there. You could see that horse bailing in the air every time he set his feet all the way up to his rigging handle. Man, that guy is hot.
Look how tight he is staying up on that rigging. He is in total control, 84.5 for the reigning PRS champion. Great job. Now to J.R. Vizane, 7th in the world last year in the PRS, and he was 4th last week in Gillette. He's on Gopher Hole from Birch Rodeo Company.
Well, I believe he only needs about an 80.5 points to be back in that Wrangler Final Four. He ought to get that. This horse is moving forward, but look at how fast his feet are. Pretty nice little bareback ride, huh?
It was. For the kind of horse he got on, it's hard to ride him that good. But he sets his rides up with a good spur out every time. Here we go. Look at this. He's got chin down, upper body looks great, beating the horse to the ground. Name of the game.
All right, former Wyoming State Wrestling Champion in high school, and a guy that has got a ton of talent in the bareback riding. You need an 80.5. That's just what he gets. He'll move into the top 4 and make it to the Wrangler Final 4 round on next week's show. So joining J.R. Vizane in the top 4 of the Wrangler Final 4 round will be Cimarron Gerke, Justin McDaniel, and Eric. I just want to spur some ponies. Wolford. Right now, Wolford is with Kelly.
She just felt that good. She felt weak almost. I got off and seen the replay, and she didn't feel like she was as good as she was. She just felt as kind you want to get on every time. And
thank you, Kelly, and thank you, Eric. Coming up next, it's Super Dave Samsel to the rescue. He'll be getting ready for his ride on Wish Slinger as bull riding is straight ahead. Welcome back to Alltech Arena at the Kentucky Horse Park here in Lexington. It's time for bull riding, and Spud, take a look at those season leaders.
Well, you look at him, McKinnon Wemberley out on top there with 15:31, so he's got, a good lead above John Jacobs. Dave Samsel's down in there, Trent Cormier. They can all make up some ground, though. Any given weekend, you can catch McKinnon, and especially this weekend because McKinnon's not here.
Having a baby, or I should say his wife is having a baby. Cooper Congeezer out of Kansas is on a bull called South Point from K-Bar C. Here's the man who won in Tulsa and made it to the finals at the last hour.
Boy, that bull there's real strong, kind of moves forward, and then when he does come around, it's just a handful.
And take a look at the Rocky replay here, Hawkeye, and tell us what you thought.
Well, I see when he first leaves the chute here, as he gets to it, look how he whips into his hand, raises up, gets away from his hand, but he's never really up on his rope.
Well, the hard thing would be to be on your rope when that bull, you look at the size of him, and this bull's really moving forward. Look at not a lot of kick and break over, just kind of lunging, moving forward, and then when he finds a spot and turns back to right, it's kind of hard to be there.
It was the second jump where you could see all that daylight underneath there, where he may have been inching away from that bull rope. As we go now to Win Ratliff. Yeah, the bareback rider, not a lot of people have seen him ride bulls, but he was the 2011 college all-around champion, and this is his first love. He rode bulls before bareback riding, and he's on Garrett from F&F Bucking Bulls, and he's going to get the whistle.
He got there, didn't he? He got there. That was good stuff.
Boy, it was. You could tell a little rusty, but had the moves.
Boy, he had everything just right.
Trying to get in the top 4 for that Wrangler Final 4. round on next week's show. Spud, how do you like this
Boy,
guy?
I tell you, the thing I liked about it was when, the first 2 jumps out of the chute there, he's really got a lot of whip in his free arm. And then did you notice how he got it back out in front of him? Really corrected everything when he turned back. That's a nice bull ride.
77 points as we go now to one of your favorites, John Jacobs out of Timberlake, South Dakota on Rockstar.
Boy, the thing about this guy is he floats them bulls. It don't look like he really gets a good hold with his feet. You see how his toes are turned in? Look at everything he does. He's just moving around there, just having fun. Nice little bull to get on, kick things off.
Taking the power away from that bull by riding up on that front end. Does a great job. He'll get a score as well.
On our Rocky replay here, watch his free arm. He does it a forward motion like it's funny, like it's a circle. See how it is? Watch him.
He
It's a
is kind of
circle.
windmilling it, ain't he?
Yeah, he is, but it
Windmilling
works
that
for
free
him. It keeps his upper body where he needs it. Outside foot going. Everything looked good, Spud.
Would you like to see it a little more forward?
I'd like to see a little more bend in that free arm. He gets one that's got a little more honk to him. He might have a little more trouble, but
He might bend it a little more too.
Might get a little more bend, too.
80.5, he's in there for now as we go to Toby Stover. He went to the finals in the top 6 last year. He won Roanoke last year. He's on Hot Rod.
well, I just think this guy right here needs to break out of his shell, and he's doing it here. Boy, that is
Oh,
good.
go on. Yeah, right. Man, that looks great.
Now
Yeah.
that is a bull ride. A little dazed on the get off. Oh, and he wakes up just at the right instant to make the getaway.
Guys, that is great for Toby. Maybe he's breaking loose now and coming out. This is good. Look at how he's got that free arm bent. He's doing everything he can, diving around there. Whistle blows. He's just happy to get there
Yeah,
on
he
that
was
one.
out. He was out for a second.
Yeah,
though,
he
guys.
was.
Bullfighters do a great job keeping that bull from creaming his wheat. 85 points. 85. He'll make the final 4 round as we go to Sevi Totoro. Here's the guy who came on late last season, went to the finals. He's on Wipeout.
Well, to make that Wrangler Final Four, he needs to be around that 77.5, somewhere in there. Boy, I just don't know whether this is going to be enough bull to do it. Bull looks a little weak.
Ooh, there's some money chopped. There's some points.
chopped,
He's gathering some
chopped.
points. He's gathering some points. He knew he was on the bubble right there, and he needed to fancy him up a little bit.
I like the way this guy rides bulls.
Yeah, he gets nice little holts. See how he doesn't have much upper body movement. Of course, this bull right here just hopping along. Actually, I would think this would probably be close to that re-ride kind of situation. We'll have to wait and see what it comes in at. But day off right there for Sevi.
Not enough to get in the Wrangler Final 4 round. It's a 76 for Sevi Totoro. Now to Dave Samsel. Super Dave rides again on Wish Slinger. He needs a 77.5 to make the cut.
I couldn't believe when I seen Dave Sampson was making the comeback. This is great. 40-some years old, and boy, he looks like he's a kid. Look at this. Nice bull ride.
He's got the lockdown on
Yeah,
him.
he does. Got him in the vice.
He does have him in the vice. Yeah, 42 years old. Dave Samsel sticks it all over Wish Slinger.
Man, to grow up, and travel with him, Dave, like that, and to see him still getting on and still be able to get it done, I'm pretty sure if I got on, I'd have been still setting it to shoot. That's a nice little bull ride. Way to go, Dave.
Yeah, good
About
job.
that. Super Dave, member of the K-State Rodeo Hall of Fame class.
Oh, yeah.
With me, 81.5. He's in there. Let's hear from Toby Stover with that 85 ride.
I had Kelly right here telling me to calm down and be patient. Lately, I've been rushing a lot of things and not doing stuff right, changing stuff up, and it's not working. And he told me go back to what I've been doing, calm down, be patient, and it worked out.
So a very somber and serious Toby Stover on top of that leaderboard with an 85. These are your 4 that will qualify for the Wrangler Final 4 round on next week's show. When we come back, Jesse Williams will take on Little Gene Jacket in hopes of making it to the Final 4 round in saddle bronc riding. Welcome back to Lexington, Kentucky, and the 2014 Pro Rustock Lexington Shootout. Getting ready for saddle bronc riding, and here are the leaders early on in this season. Cole Elsher, atop of Curtis Garden, Jesse Williams, and last year's champion, Court Shear. Let's get to it. Our first rider is going to be J.T. Hitch of Stylesville, Indiana. That just sounds like a great address for a bronc rider, doesn't it?
Well, I would say so. You get so excited over saying that. It's a nice horse. Should be a good one to get started on. He's a little behind right out of there, though, isn't he?
He sure is. It didn't last long.
And he knows he messed it up. Did you notice that, Hawkeye?
You bet. The spur out, okay, has him to here. Look how they come out early. They whip his upper body forward. Right here, he's already back, not moving his feet. Saddle gets jerked away from him. It's all because he didn't set it up right to start.
Start them rides right at the start, don't you? Everything's got to be perfect.
When the W's on your Wranglers are on top of that candle instead of on the inside of it, you know you're going down. Sean Miner, watched him in the bareback riding. Here's a guy that is an all-around champion in the IPRA many times. He's from Ohio. Bottle Rocket from Birch Rodeo Company.
Well, if you've ever got a chance to go to his house and see all his saddles, you can't count them all. There's so many.
Oh,
the
yeah.
guy rides great. Nice ride. Look at this.
Nice and smooth. I didn't even know he rode broncs up till now.
Well, we got to start getting you to pay more attention.
I
okay?
guess so. I guess
Don't
so.
miss
And
it
that
out.
was really good and smooth. I knew he rode bareback horse. Look at the spur out. Feet comes out. Look at the toe turned out. Getting a hold, dragging his feet down the sides.
That's pretty right.
Looks really good. Good horse to get on.
All right, judges liked it. 79.5. They're being a little conservative. 79.5 for Sean Miner. As we move now to Justin Kaler from Andalusia, Alabama. I like saying that name too.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, I can see
Harry
you're into
Potter
that.
from Painted Pony is the bucking horse.
It's a big old strong horse. Great big horse. I mean, look at the size of this animal right here. All there, too. Horse is kind of moving. Notice how that horse is kind of fluttering his head around to you. I wouldn't think that'd be very fun.
No, it's not when they tip their head to you like that, because if you're not lifting the whole time, you'll hang in the front end and fall off one of them like that.
Be a difficult one to get there
It
on
would
when they're
be.
doing that, wouldn't it?
I like big horses like him. He really took that rein at first, but then as you pointed out, he started giving it back to him. Makes him be late getting to the front, doesn't it? Because he can't get any lift.
It'd almost been better maybe if you'd have had a little more rain fed to him. He might have got a little better action out of that animal.
He might have. I think it would have.
All right, 76 points. Don't know if that'll be good enough to get him back to the Wrangler Final Four round or not. As we take a look now at Jesse Williams from Paso Robles, California. Little jean jacket from Birch Rodeo Company.
Oh, this is a fun little paint mare right here at Birch's. Everywhere you go, everybody likes to get on this horse. I just hope he gets tapped off. And he's looking good so far through the midway point there, huh?
Reins a little bit short in spots, but he overcomes it and lifts really good on it. Goes to the front end. Made it look pretty smooth.
Nice bronc ride.
As we look at our Rocky replay here, look, he turns out, good spur out, holds his feet. Feet come out a little bad, but then he gets right on going. He cuts her loose. Look at this. It's not really getting way up there to the front, but he's getting her going.
You know, one thing I noticed coming across there with that left leg, it doesn't look like he's setting it as hard as he should be. Maybe that's something that would have helped set him down in there a little bit.
It would, yeah.
Still
Would
a
have
nice
kept,
bronc ride.
yeah, would have kept him from getting so far up out of the saddle.
Let's go to Rusty Wright, the 18-year-old phenom. This is Cody Wright, the two-time world champion son.
I got to tell you, he called me from the airport, said he couldn't rent a car. Could somebody come pick him up?
He's not old
I
enough.
guess not. He's old enough.
Look at how good this guy rides. Kelly, tell us what you thought.
Pretty little mare will fit in any pin, anywhere in the world. It doesn't matter. That's a phenomenal horse. Great to ride. Rusty Wright stood up there like an old pro, like his dad. Made a wonderful bronc ride. We'll see how it goes.
Well, it appears that Rusty Wright has all the right moves, like his dad and all of his uncles. 82.5 to take the lead. And now to J.J. Elsher, the reserve Pro Rough Stock champion last year. 5 career wins in the Pro Rough Stock Tour. More than any saddle bronc rider. Cajun Spice from Birch Rodeo Company.
Hey, this horse here, look at this, setting up good, stalling right there, coming to it. This is a nice bronc ride.
It sure is. He messed up a jump there. Feet got hung up, but starting out, look at his spur out. Watch when his feet come out, gets him going right away. He's tapped, getting a hold with his feet, toes turned out. Looks really good. Horse kind of moves the head on him right here. Kind of is late getting to the front, but still made it work.
Needs a 76.5. He gets that and then some. 84.5 to take the go around. So here are the Final Four, Wrangler Final Four qualifiers here in this round, led by J.J. Elsher, who is with Kelly Timberland.
Oh, she was good. She put her head down there and kind of had a few little rolls, but I was glad she had her head down and sucked me down in the saddle a little bit better. I got a kick. I said, Mr. Consistent, he just whistle blows and just steps off, makes it look easy. Well, hope I get to ride another one. I got to save all I can.
More to come from here in Lexington. Highlights and a preview of the Wrangler Final Four round when we come back. We're back in Lexington, Kentucky, but plan now to join us in the beautiful Black Hills of South Dakota for the 2014 Pro Rough Stock World Finals, November 14th and 15th in Rapid City. Tickets for the event will be on sale soon. Be watching for details at ProRoughStock.com or connect with us on Facebook. Here's our final four matchups for next week, Spud. Who do you like in the bareback ride?
Boy, I go down through there. I'm going to go ahead and go with Eric Wolford on Angel Dust. That's a cool horse. Going with John Jacobs on Where's the Whiskey and K-Bar C's. Hawkeye, what are you seeing in bronc riding? There's some pretty good standouts right there, too.
Well, it's either going to be J.J. Elsher on Friendly Fire or Rusty Wright on Lunatic Fringe, one of those two.
I like your picks, and I like those matchups. It gives us a lot to look forward to. But before we wrap up tonight, our Kershaw Cutting Edge Performance Highlight of the night, bareback rider Eric Wolford on Birch's Beer Pong Player. And there's nothing like Eric Wolford spurring this pony up. There's nothing like the best ride, and there's nothing like a Kershaw. And our John Deere Big Buck of the Night, which goes to our top performing animal. Spud, who do we have?
Well, I had to go with Cooper Kangeezer on South Point of K-Bar C. Kenny McElroy's got a big old strong bull there. Really hard to get there on. That's an outstanding bull.
Thank you, Spud. Our Big Buck of the Night is sponsored by John Deere. Nothing runs like a deer. Next week, our Wrangler Final Four Showdown round from here in Lexington. For Kelly Timberman, Hawkeye Henson, and Spud Whitman, I'm Justin McKee. See you next week on RFD TV.